I think there's a lot of buyer's remorse going on in this country right now. I mean, there's got to be, y'all. There has to be. I mean, it's it's obvious. I mean, not just the polling that recently come out that says that Krasnov is losing support like crazy, quick too. So it ain't just that. It's everything that the man's done to this country in just the short time that he's been back up there, squatting up there in the White House, trap housing it up, pill milling it. It's that, people see it, and people that supported him, they feel it too, and they see it. And the thing is they can't say it yet, even though they're feeling it. They can't quite say it, but you can, y'all, you fake ass patriots. You can actually admit it, and admitting that you got a problem, first step to solving that problem right there, So you can do it. Don't wait around on one of your friends or something like that. I know that's what you're doing. It's like, look, I can't come out right now and speak out against Trump. I get kicked out of my friend circles and stuff. I won't be in the cool kid club no more if I do that. So you're waiting on one of your friends to speak up. That way you can be like, oh, thank God you said it. Thank God you said it. I've been waiting on somebody to say that, to give me the approval to be able to think like you now. That's what you're doing, because you're a bunch of damn lemmings, pussies. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Now you need to go ahead and get over that. All right. That's what you need to do, because you see what that man's doing to this country. He's embarrassing you. Okay. It ain't just that he's damaging the country and causing all the pain and suffering that he's causing around here. He's embarrassing you because he's making an idiot out of you, because you was talking about no new wars, no new wars, no new wars. And he's just going to drag us into the war of a century right here. So, it's indefensible. You got to get away from it, And the thing is you had a choice back then. Back there in November, you had a choice. And that Kamala Harris, she's a nice lady. I know she's black, okay? See that right there? That's part of your problem right there. That's a lot of your problem right there. But I know that. But the thing is, she was probably very, very qualified. As a matter of fact, probably the most qualified candidate to ever seek the office there. I mean, she was a senator, and she was a vice president. She was the Attorney General of California, which, if it was a country, would be like the 5th or 6th largest economy in the world. So, I mean, she was super qualified, but she was black. Yeah, I know it. And she was a she right there. And I know that's part of the big problem, too. You can't have a she being the president, because then that makes America look like a sissy. We can't have America looking like a sissy being run by a woman, especially a black one, right? I know how you think there. And what that is you're insecure. You're insecure in your own masculinities is what it is. And that's the reason why you got to, ride around them jacked up trucks all the time, rolling you some coal, hanging balls off of it, just to prove that even your truck is a boy. Yeah, let everybody know your truck's a boy, running around with your pew-pew all the time, because that's the great equalizer right there, because so many of you understand that if it was mano a mano, you'd probably get your ass stomped more times than not. So anyway, it's a masculinity thing is what it is. That's what it is, and racism. So, and you can tell just by the way that it is, because it's the people that vote along with you. If you're standing in line to get into a movie, and everybody around you is a racist, you're probably going to go see a racist movie. I bet that's what you're going to be in there doing. See, and whenever you've got the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and the 3%ers and the Patriot Fronts and the Triple Ks and the Moms of Liberty, they're the assholes with casseroles, the minivan Taliban, shitlers with clitlers there. If they are all voting right alongside you, that should tell you what you're voting for. Right there should tell you, So I'm just trying to help you out, clue you in a little bit, because you're having a hard time figuring some stuff out, apparently. So that what was going on there, definitely a lot of racisms. Definitely a lot of racism was what stopped you from doing that. And had you did that, we wouldn't be in this situation. See, I seen Krasnov out there on the White House lawn just yesterday. And he was a lunatic, y'all. And he was just absolutely belligerent. I think he's got mental problems. I do think the syphilitis has got up in his brain bucket, y'all, and it's making him even crazier. He couldn't keep his train of thought going. And we were supposed to be talking about flagpoles, for God's sake, putting flagpoles up. I was like, all right, fun with flags. Let's do fun with flags. It got unfun real fast, I can tell you that. he's talking about everything. He was going about Jerome Powell, all this stuff about the interest rates this and interest rates that, and just rambling on and stuff. And then wanted to start talking about words he couldn't say, like erection. He couldn't say the word erection. He said, you could say it, Trump. You can say erection, even if you can't have one. You can say the word, or as Melania would call it, you're still Cheeto, But anyway, he was just rambling and stuff. And ain't that embarrassing to you to watch him get out there and do that stuff? I mean, you've got to look at it and be like, oh my God, I voted for this dude. Well, anyway, this dude right now is the one that's leading us into World War III as hard as he can go, And it don't make me feel safe, really, knowing that we've got a reality TV show host there working with a Fox News host to drag us into World War III. It don't feel right, Plus, he's getting all of his advice and stuff. Sean Hannity, his TV mommy there, Shawnee Mommy's giving him all of his advice. And you know who's advising him the most of what I heard there on the Iranian war? Laura Loomer, now she's an expert on world politics and stuff, and on the Iranians and how wars are fought and stuff. That Laura Loomer is the one that's advising him a lot about this. So everybody should feel real safe about that. But hey, just because he put his Cheeto in her, don't mean that she needs to be making the decisions and stuff. They ain't married, you know what I mean? And he don't even listen to his wife anyway. She's the one that told him not to have the damn military parade. And he did it anyway, So why is he going to listen to Laura Loomer? Even if he is fiddling around with her with his little Cheeto, it ain't making no sense. You should be embarrassed is what I'm telling you, you fake-ass patriots. This is horrible what y'all have done to this country. And you had choices, but you couldn't do it because of, your racisms and, your insecurities. That's what it boils down to. And you need to go ahead and start admitting it right now, okay? Even if you start getting kicked out of your friend circles, they'll come around eventually. They'll all figure it out in the end. But hey, maybe you could be a leader. That'd make you feel real good. Be a leader. That's what you've been wanting to win. Look like a winner. Look like a leader. And lead all these other people out of this hellscape that y'all created. Go out there and stomp on the bag of doo-doo that you lit on America's doorstep. Stomp it out for us, all right? Inmate Trump.